Hey everyone, it's the Hair Healer, back with your Focus Fridays. Before I get into what I want everyone to focus on, I just want to tell a little backstory that will lead into what I want us all to focus on this weekend. I came here from Pittsburgh 7 years ago. I left my entire clientele out there. I was 23 years old and I restarted my clientele and my salon career on the main line. In Wayne, if you know anything about the main line, if you do, you already know the stereotype. If you don't, it's become a little more progressive, a little bit. Old money, posh, and conservative. Think that. Lululemon and Lululemon. So I started out, and you see me now, imagine 23-year-old Colleen. I had feathers in my hair. I was amazing. So I started out with this boss, and he was cool at first. We worked together for a couple months, and then this woman had come to work there, and she'd come from another salon. She's maybe 48, 49 at the time. And she said, one day she pulled me aside and she said, I just want to let you know that I think you would be better suited and be more successful down in South Philly or the city. I just don't think you're really made for the main line with your look and your tattoos. And I said, okay. First of all, she was wearing Louis Vuitton shoes and Tory Burch everything, basic. And I said, well, if you want to give me those Louis Vuitton shoes, I'll gladly wear them. And I smiled and walked away. And then my boss the next day said, well, she's really been on the main line for a long time, so I think she might be right. She knows what she's talking about. I said, okay. And I quit the very next day. I went to another salon up the main line in Ardmore, and that started. And again, that was a little bit about what I wore, but if you know anything about me, the minute you say I can't, shouldn't, couldn't, wouldn't do anything, I'm absolutely going to do it, and I'm going to prove you wrong. I started this other salon. It was a little bit about what I wore, but then it was also, you can't connect with your clients, right? I do a lot of energy healing. I talk a lot about astrology. Clearly, we all know you can't connect with your clients like that. You need to only talk about hair. You can't talk about all this other stuff. You can't do this. You can't do that. I eventually left there. And then I came to where I'm at now, currently in Narberth, at Capriati Salon, where my boss has honored all of that and accepted me for who I am, which has been amazing. But even between those two bosses, I worked with other hairstylists along the main line that say, you shouldn't dress like that. You can't do this. You can't talk like that. You can't be positive. You look like, someone said I look like I should be in Colorado. Okay, that's a compliment. On and on and on and on. So here I am 7 years later. I am the most successful I've been. I'm making the most money I've ever made. I have the most clients I've ever had. And I'm doing everything I love. I'm still dressing the way I dress. I'm still talking the way I talk. I have these amazing connections, and I'm so grateful for my clients. I'm so grateful for all of you for believing in me, trusting in me, loving with me, growing with me, all of that stuff. And all these people, right? Because it turns out the main line wanted something different. Half the main line wanted something different. They wanted something fresh and new and progressive, and they wanted someone with a different creative flow. And there was a whole market for me, right? So what I want to focus on, one of the reasons, let me get into that I was able to say, fuck it, I'm going to prove you wrong and I'm going to be who I am and I'm not conforming, is that my parents always loved and allowed me to be me. They never tried to fit me into this little box, right? I see so many parents do, or they accepted me. They knew I'd find a way. They said, that's great. You want to do this? You want to look that way? You want to act that way? You want to listen to that music? That's amazing. I'll love you and support you. They helped give me the confidence. This confidence starts in children young, okay? So when your kids want to color their hair, have different friends, do weird things that don't belong on the main line or in some sort of little box you fit, you're really causing them to not have confidence, to not live up to expectations, to think that they can't be authentic to themselves. And no, okay, so don't do that. So, and also if you don't have kids, or you're just in general like fighting who you are, or someone says you can't do something because of the way you look, act, talk, walk, dress, whatever it is, bullshit, right? There's a market, there's a person, there's an energy for you. Be who you are. That's what people are attracted to, is authenticity. Let them come to you. Be who you are. That's what we want. That's what people really, really want, so don't listen to them. I will be here to give you advice. Focus on how you can be authentic and be happy, okay? Because I would love to see half these people and show them how wrong, right? But I don't need to. My happiness, my peace, the fact that I made it without minimizing who I am, without conforming to what other people wanted. I could have easily have done that when I started out my career. No one knew me, but I didn't, and I knew I'd find a way. Peace.